Okay, let me see if I can start. We can watch a video here while I'm doing some running in the game itself. I do have 2 videos that I want to watch today before we start doing any raids. Which I just want to like take some time here, watch these videos, and see if they provide any value, right? We have one Willy video that I have been putting off watching for a while, because I wanted to watch it on stream instead of just watching it for myself. And there's one from Jerome from yesterday, talking about gold making and gold farming, which, to be honest, we do cover quite a bit on this channel, so I want to see if he has anything to add, or like what he's doing basically when it comes to gold making. So let me see here. We can pull this up. Yeah, here we go. A video by Jerome, which will be linked in chat as well, so you can take a look at this. I'm just going to mute the in-game music. Now, this video is covering the best end-game gold farms. So, like, the second you reach level 14, these are things you should do. I've been covering gold farming quite a bit myself, trying to, like, show you what I'm personally doing to farm gold and make gold. So far, I think we have 15 different gold farms in Phase 2. That are live on my channel, and we have 2 different flips. There's a lot more flips coming, by the way. Like, flipping and crafting is really good for gold making, and it's super easy to get into, mostly thanks to the whole the waylaid supply system, right? But let's see what Jerome has to say here. The best endgame gold farms in SoD Phase 2.
Welcome, adventurers, to the ultimate Phase 2 Season of Discovery gold making guide. Lately, it seems like Phase 2 has been way more expensive than Phase 1.
Yeah, I know I'm going to be stopping this quite a bit, by the way, but I'm just going to chime in. Phase 2 is really expensive. If you have gotten the tailoring head, like I haven't yet, but a friend of mine, he spent 250 gold on the tailoring epic alone. Now imagine if you have tailoring and you also have engineering. Or if you have alchemy, we have to make like the mildly irradiating potions. If you have enchanting, you have the sigils. Like the quest lines for the epic items and the whole crafted stuff in Phase 2. It has been so expensive. I mean, they have increased the drop rate now, so like the items have been going down in price quite a bit, but it's still gonna cost you like 100 gold. The recipes are 15 gold for the materials and 25 for the crafted items. So in this case, that's 40 gold right there, right down the drain. It's a gold sink. On top of that, you have the mount as well, that is 80 gold. So far we're 80 gold and 60 gold down the drain, or 50 gold, so 130 gold down the drain. Then what else do you have? Like, you have consumables for every single raid. Personally, I'm spending about 10 gold per raid. So if you're raiding twice per week, normally it's going to be on a 3-day reset now. That is 20 gold per week, only for the raid. On top as well. Phase 2 is looking to be quite expensive. Gold is actually quite important.
100 gold for the mount. Seems like Warlock Summoners have just tripled their price for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Just getting my epic helmet right now is over 300 gold. But, my friends, I've been on an epic gold-making journey, and I'm back with all the fruits of my labor to share.
Okay.
In this video, you'll finally have methods to make thousands of gold to purchase all the epic items you've always wanted.
Thousands of gold?
Cover all the best methods, starting with the best PvE methods. Then we're going to be hitting up some very unexpected but pretty great PvP gold makers. We'll be finishing off with the best big auction house and profession money makers. Those methods have made me over 800 gold this phase, so you'll definitely want to stick around. Jumping into PvE, we have one of the strongest gold makers right now. That would be the double profession exploit in Nomergon.
Yep.
The TLDR is that you have to do the entire epic helmet questline. That questline unlocks the vendor page from Ziri in Nomergon. You'll want to have at least 1 crafting profession at 200, but 2 is even better. Then you just buy grime encrusted salvage from the auction house whenever it's cheap. You've probably seen that item dropping from bosses and...
I'm just going to chime in really quick here. At the moment, this is very server dependent, by the way, but on most servers, if one of your crafted professions is engineering, this flip is not worth doing. Because a lot of people have engineering, it's really good, it always has been. So engineering, like, the materials are first of all not really that sought after because people supply it for themselves, and a bunch of people have them. It's like a low demand, high supply kind of thing. Now, if you ask me, the best things to have here would be alchemy, tailoring, blacksmithing, and leatherworking. Any combination of those 4, and take a look on the auction house at the prices of the items from those professions, and just figure out for yourself which one would be best. It also, like, if you're swapping professions here for the flip, you have to consider which ones are expensive to skill up, and how can you get gold back by skilling up. For example, alchemy is basically free, plus you make profit while skilling up for the most part. Like making fire oil, you can go all the way from, 170 to max by making fire oil, which is making like 5 silver profit per craft. So you're making gold while skilling that one up, while leatherworking might be a little bit more difficult, for example, to get gold back while skilling up. So once again, try to have alchemy, leatherworking, tailoring, blacksmithing, any combination of those. Once again, that is server dependent, but on my server, having engineering plus tailoring is simply not enough. You have to like min-max here, because so many people are doing the flip right now that you have to min-max.
And trash all around Nomergon. So all you need to do is turn in that grime-encrusted salvage at the Salvage-O-Matic 9000 in the middle of the raid. What you get from the Salvage-O-Matic just got a big new update. Originally, you got...
I'm also just going to come in and chime in here. With engineering, you had the option to make... Like, this has been nerfed, by the way, but it's really fun to talk about. The nades and the bombs, they cost you about 50 silver to make, and they vended for 40 silver each. They have nerfed the vendor price, but so many people printed gold there because they cost 50 silver to make, and they vended for 40. But you didn't just make one, you made between 2 and 5 or something, between 2, 3, 4 and 5, right? So kind of RNG, but it was about 2.5 per craft. So you printed 50 silver to about 1 gold, doubling your gold every time through a literal vendor flip. And a lot of people made a lot of gold on that. They have recently nerfed the vendor price, but it's still fun to know about.
On average, 2 materials per salvage. From the new update, though, with my testing, as well as some help from my friends, it looks like that number has gone up to around 5 to 7 materials on average. I'm currently operating assuming 6 materials per salvage, but I'll keep you updated as we get more data. Then those materials are used in the new helmet recipes, the new belts, the new shields, everything.
Yeah.
The crazy good exploit is that having 2 professions essentially gives you double the materials, double the profit. I've made a very detailed spreadsheet that will tell you exactly how much money you can expect based on having 1 profession, 2 professions. It's extremely powerful. Link below the video.
Okay,
Before
nice.
you go all in, though, keep in mind these items will be getting undercut a lot because they have no deposit fee.
Yeah, especially
you
now,
have to
dude.
babysit the auction house. The prices are also going to be dropping a ton with the 3-day lockout. After prices stabilize, though, I'm definitely going to continue doing this method. Very few characters are going to have both leatherworking and blacksmithing, for example, on the same character, so it's still going to be very profitable. So we couldn't talk about PvE without talking about big open-world gold farms. There are really 4 generating a ton of hype right now, though your mileage may vary. Alderman is, in my opinion, the most fun farm. You always get that chance at an insane item like Pendulum of Doom. And there's also lots of prebis for people to get geared up so they don't feel like they're wasting their time.
Yeah.
It does seem like the 44 to 45 elites are the only source of Pendulum of Doom. The thing is, though, that the other mobs have great drops like the Papal Fez, so they're still worth your time. Another fun farm I've done is the Gut Ripper farming at the Pirates in Tanaris. As a priest, I brought a friend and we had an absolute blast. So many of the drops are exactly in that level 39 to 40 range, so you're printing greens. It reminds me a lot of the Worgen farm in Duskwood, where you never really go too long without getting a cool drop.
Yeah.
And every kill might just be a Gut Ripper, you never know. That's like 4,000 gold right now. A more popular spot, though, is the Baliama Ruins. Zegers was showing this one off, and it definitely hits all the boxes for a Bis gold farm. Everything you get pretty much sells instantly. You get plenty of cloth, you get Wildvine that sells instantly, and tons of greens you can disenchant. Then the other spot everybody seems to be doing is the Dark Mist Cavern.
My favorite.
It's not too fun on a priest, but spider meat is the easiest to get 12-12 food in the game. The spider sausage is also used in a waylaid supply box, so the cooked foods sell really fast. And just like other level 30 mob farms, you get tons of greens and everything the spiders love to drop. This is just the tip of the iceberg, though. My hunter is almost level 40, and when I hit 40, I'm going to be showcasing some secret gold farms nobody else is doing. So we've talked PvE, let's talk about some really cool PvP gold makers. The biggest PvP gold maker is the Gurabashi Arena. Gurabashi Arena may seem like something for only the most serious PvPers, but savvy gold makers know the chest is one of...
I keep tuning in to Jerome's streams after my own. He is always in the arena, man. Hey, I see you in the arena, dude. You're doing well. It's really fun to watch. But for gold making, damn, all right. Let's
But
hear.
the best sources for level 50 greens and even travelers' backpacks.
Oi,
Our guild
okay.
has already gotten 2 travelers' backpacks from the chest, and they sell for over 350 gold. Just the other day, I got a 36 fire damage rolled helmet that's going to be second pre-bis next phase.
Oh
So
my
if you've got a friend
days,
or two,
okay.
waking up at 5 in the morning to grab the chest is very much the play.
I'm gonna
Alright,
start doing
so
that
these
then.
are all great money makers, but my real money's been coming from the auction house. But
Yeah.
unlike in phase 1, instead of flipping BIS items, I've been way more focused on flipping fast-selling items, like items to fill up all the waylaid supply boxes. Since they stack up to 12 now and have to be filled, people are buying up items like smoked bear meat for a really nice profit. I'm also
Don't
really
tell them
enjoying
that,
flipping
man.
all the high-volume items. Items like the fade leaf, the light feathers. You can buy out the entire feather market, for example, and then raise the prices. I know
I've been doing the same, and in phase 1 I bought 5,000 feathers to sell in phase 2. It's just like people in phase 1, you were doing so much content in Westfall, for example, on the Alliance side, that you just got so many feathers. I bought them dirt cheap, the feathers, on the auction house, and even now I'm making like a solid 30 times profit. Sure, you're not getting rich by feathers, but 30 times profit margins, I'm gonna be happy. Just by buying some feathers, sending them to an alt, stockpiling them for a while, and now selling them. It's just they had no use case in phase 1, and they have a high use case in phase 2, with everyone getting access to Slowfall, Levitate, using that in Arthur Basin, even in the open world, right? It just goes from literally no demand to at least some demand, and that made the prices go up.
a lot of people are not going to be very happy to hear that something like this works. But ultimately, thousands of players do this every day with practically every item in the game.
Yep.
I just want to lay out the potential profit you can make. In the end, it's up to you to decide how much market manipulation you want to do or if you want to avoid it entirely. The higher profit flip I've been focused on, though, is enchanting materials. The big flips are repricing items like the lesser nether essence and the large glowing shards during peak hours. I'm going to attach my enchanting material TSM group below the video so you can follow along.
Damn,
The
okay.
requirement for success with disenchant flips is to fully understand all the relevant shuffles. Different items can generate different amounts of the high-level enchanting materials to make a significant profit. The big disenchant shuffle I love is the White Bandit mask. Mage Weave stacks have been really dropping in price, but the nether essence has been declining far more slowly.
Yep,
Each mask only costs me about 60 silver to make right now.
yep.
I just make the masks and I send them to my level 1 alt to routinely double or even triple my money. Another disenchanting shuffle I've been doing is the TSM disenchant searches to make free money. Using the desktop app and the add-on from CurseForge, it's super easy to snipe all the profitable disenchants. Just load up a level 1 disenchanting alt with a few gold, and that stack will grow every day like clockwork. Huge shout out to Bev on this one for being a great leveling partner and reminding me of how good this method is. I am curious if you've been taking full advantage of disenchanting in Season of Discovery. Are you the
Not
kind of
fully.
player that's been mailing all their greens to an alt to disenchant? Or are you just vendoring everything the second you get it? So you've made it this far, let's get you some more profit going with my guaranteed vendor flips. There are a whole lot of crafted items with guaranteed
Rock scale COD? Come on, there's gotta be the rock scale COD in here. I mean, there's not really a guaranteed price floor to those, but I have made over, how much is it now? 1,500 gold on the rock scale COD. It's so dumb, but it's used in a waylaid supply, and they were going for 10 times profit margin at the start of phase 2. It's just like, now it's really tanked, but it's made me so much gold. It's
price floors. If
it's
the
weird.
price drops below a certain level, you can easily snipe and craft something that goes straight to the vendor.
Oh, no,
The
no, no, no,
sheet
no.
containing all the profitable vendor flips is below the video, so check it out. Right now, one example is the Greater Magic Essence. One Greater Magic Essence turns into a Greater Magic Wand that instantly vendors for 15 silver.
Yeah.
On Crusader Strike, there are routinely over 200 Greater Magic Essence priced below 12 silver. That means a guaranteed 6 gold profit without ever having to rely on selling to players. Another classic is that any thick leather below 7.2 silver can be turned into nightscape items like the headbands or the tunics. Cooking is another great option with items.
Is the math for the floor there, by the way, including the cost of the vendor material? Because I know that, for example, for leatherworking, you need to have the heavy silicon thread sometimes, which is 18 silver. So you have to add 18 silver to the crafting cost there, which if something... I don't have leatherworking on the character right now, but yeah, I think it's really I don't know. I think 6 or 7 silver sounds about correct, but I would have to do the math. But I'm guessing he already has, though.
Items like the Jungle Stew or the Mystery Stew. I recommend making a TSM group of all your favorite items to flip. In the meantime, though, don't forget to subscribe. My next gold making video is going to feature some hunter exploits that nobody else is doing. You're probably going to want to see that video first.
Ooh.
And then check out my 10 things to do in Season of Discovery video to make sure you're doing everything to get the maximum advantage.
It's only silicon thread. Okay, that's like 4.5 silver then, right? Yeah, that's really not too bad then. That was a really good video, by the way, Jerome. Once again, really coming through. 8 minutes as well of just jam-packed, really... Did I just say jam-packed? Jam-packed information, man. Yeah, jam-packed information, really like to the point as well, covering both gold farming, flipping, and everything else, crafting as well. Touched base on just about everything, right? Yeah, pretty good. I would be interested to know, like, yeah, I've asked him on stream before how much gold he's made so far in Phase 2. I've made about 3k, and I'm pretty happy with that so far. From mostly, I farmed the first week. After the first week, I haven't bothered farming anymore because the profits went down so much, and like the gold per hour also went down, so I haven't really farmed since. But crafting has been huge for me. Wait, 1 silver 25? No way, really? Damn. I thought it was 4.5. Where did I get that from? Either way, good video. Link down below.